Good afternoon, everybody. It's an honor to be here to speak, and let's dive into the presentation deck right away. Since the outburst of the pandemic last year, digital value creation has been on everybody's lips, and real value delivery has taken place. But this is just the beginning. Insurance companies must now show they are capable of taking digitization to the next level and continue developing new innovations. My name is George Briford, and I'm part of the EMEA Financial Services Insights team, and I will lead you through some predictions to gauge what IDC believes is to come in the future. Now I will go on to the present. So, the first one, ordered in chronology, is the core to cloud. We believe that by year 2023, insurers will start modernizing 50% of their core workloads with so-called cloud-native technologies and new standardized integrated regulatory policies to achieve multi-cloud flexibility. A lot of insurance companies, meaning that by 2024, 50% of all policies, both non-life as well as life insurance, they will be sold through a fully automated, personalized insurance engine, making sure that clients get a relevant and responsible personalization, creating a much stronger brand loyalty to their insurance company and provider. By 2025, Tier 1 insurance worldwide, they will aim to have up to 10% of total revenues from digital ecosystems. This is going to be driven by partnerships and alliances, primarily across the personal lines of businesses. Preventative insurance, also known IoT. By 2025, 50% of insurers will be offering real-time risk prevention as a service to retail customers in both life and property casualty. And that's going to be either directly or through a digital partnership in the ecosystem. Cyber risk insurance. We also believe that by 2025, 90% of large corporations and 60% of small and medium-sized enterprises and businesses will be covered by at least one cyber risk insurance contract. And we believe the premium rates will increase by no less than 200%, given the novelty of this thing. Artificial intelligence and claims anti-fraud. While an absolutely vast maturity by 2025, no less than 85% of insurers worldwide would definitely invest in AI-powered fraud detection to manage this function. Very much linked to this is also AI and end-to-end claims automation. That by 2024, 40% of insurance, they will leverage AI to build end-to-end claims automation, with at least 30% of the investments will be dedicated to virtual damage assessment and preventive measures. There will also be a new thing, an on-demand insurance for mobility as a service. By 2024, 30% of insurance companies worldwide, they will increase their investments into data and analytics to really offer on-demand insurance plans that enable customers to cover the risk of mobility as a service. Also, sustainability and ESG products. This is absolutely going to experience a boom. By 2025, 80% of insurance companies will have developed products which are specifically aimed at tackling environmental and social issues and they would definitely be linked to Internet of Things technologies. And our final prediction for the worldwide insurance business is that by the end of 2026, a lot of the insurers worldwide, they will have integrated the products and services using at least 3 insurtechs in their underwriting and claims core systems. We have now plotted all these 10 predictions on a 2x2, where one axis is considering the level of complexity to implement, and the other axis, the x-axis, being the timing. And for the purpose of this session, we have picked 3 predictions which we will look at in more detail. So the deep dive. So the first prediction is 40% of insurance will leverage AI to build end-to-end claims automation. Well, if you look at the whole end-to-end value creation process in claims, is basically we know that telematics has been boosted after the imposition of government-led lockdowns. Rising expectations for on-demand services and analytics and location-based delivery has significantly increased the offerings in analytical-based insights to customers' doorsteps. Due diligence in selecting partners for data gathering and the subsequent analysis will be critical to really sustain new offerings in claims adjudication processes. When we look at it from an IT perspective, the proliferation of digital devices and sensors leads customers to expect faster services and delivery on site. Insurers must develop models to remotely enable the validation of reported claims. And this all leads us to a much higher adoption of various Internet of Things technologies. Also, increasing the adoption of hybrid cloud and multi-cloud environment is bringing down the costs of AI-based analytics. The second prediction is that 85% of insurance, they will invest in AI-powered fraud detection in the claims management functions. When we look at it, I mean, insurers, they stand to gain from the power of AI in detecting fraud, waste, and also abuse. Powerful machine learning models trained on historical patterns and markers can highlight potentially fraudulent claims at scale and at speed. For example, image recognition technologies can identify forged documents or altered pictures, while entity analytics can identify potential networks of fraudsters based on first and third-party data. Claims that are flagged as potentially fraudulent can be passed on to experts with specialist algorithms also providing human-readable explanations of recommendations, so experts can quickly determine if algorithms are flagging fraud correctly. But before looking at the IT implications, as in any case, you have to pay attention to what you want to achieve with AI or the machine learning approach. As with anything else in life, the tools you want to use have to fit the situation. Meaning, if you want to use supervised machine learning, which allows you to train on algorithm on labeled historical data, where you want to have the input X and an output X variable. On the other hand, if you want to, or you may want to use unsupervised machine learning processes to process unlabeled data. For example, when you only have an input data X, but you don't have the output data or output variables. So it's just a different process to bear in mind. And this is important as the effectiveness of automated fraud detection with AI, it really depends on the ability to train the predictive models on high quality clients and behavioral history data. Finding, accessing, cleaning, and integrating data or training data is crucial for success. Obviously, when looking at the European context in terms of legislation, etc., we have to understand the explainability of automated fraud detection is absolutely essential. Regulatory regimes will not permit completely automated decisions on fraud to be enacted. In such conditions, the option for human review and quality management is absolutely imperative. The third and final prediction relates to the fact that we believe that in 2026 or by 2026, 60% of insurers worldwide will have integrated products and services of at least 3 insurtechs in underwriting and claims core systems. This means that the insurance companies will be much more involved in a true ecosystem, picking bits and pieces of insurtechs, service offerings, and propositions. When we go back a few years ago, many insurtechs in Europe focused really on attacking the incumbent insurance companies. But this has dramatically changed. And today, the fintechs, the insurtechs are now rather focusing on collaboration. And investments in insurtechs in Europe are expected to explode in the coming 2 years as the insurance market understands the needs for rapid digital transformation of its business model to meet the growing expectations of the customers for a real 24/7, real-time, seamless, and contextual and personalized interaction. To be able to pull this off, IT will for sure need to set up a team dedicated to managing interactions with insurtechs to blend the typical insurer's traditional highly structured approach with insurtech's extremely agile way of managing projects and getting new products into the market. One way of achieving this is to use the sandbox approach to app development and have a dedicated testing environments for specifically for all projects developed with insurtechs. And of course, the acceleration, or we have to accelerate the movement towards hybrid architectures, progressively more integrating more cloud-native apps based on APIs. So these were a number of the really important predictions we have prepared for the coming years to come. And only reality in the future will see how precise these predictions have been. Thanks very much for watching me, and I wish you a pleasurous, continuous watching of the other participants in the conference. Thanks very much, and take care. Bye bye.